While I got the time, I guess I could share, man. Share my glitch in the matrix stories. Um, I got a few stories, not in no particular order, man. Um, the first glitch was right around the time of when the C-19 happened. Right. So I'm staying in the home of whom I thought were my parents. Right. And yeah, I got a bunch of stories. So I was sleeping, and it felt like a dream. And I was in the bedroom, and there was a shadow outside of my door. Like I could see underneath the door, you could see the light, and I could see the shadow of somebody walking back and forth in front of my door. So I guess kind of like in the dream, I got upset, and I got up, and I ran to the door, right, to confront whoever was there. Why I did that about 3 times. Every time I got up to go to the door, I would wake up laying in the bed trying to get up to get to the door. It happened to me 3 times. So I was in within a dream, within a dream, within a dream. All right, that was my first glitch. That's when I started to realize that everything is not what it is. All right, that's when I was starting. I was kind of starting to wake up to realize that um, this whatever this thing is, it can be manipulated. All right. The other glitch I had was when this is all during the C-19 time period when we were all locked down. We couldn't really go nowhere. We were kind of forced to be around our family and friends. Not family, but forced to be around our family, for instance. So I was around I guess you could say my parents, right? Um, more than I wanted to. And then I started to pick up certain things about them that started to make me wonder about their humanity. Um, so this one time we're downstairs, and I think we were just talking, and I don't even like to call them my parents because it makes me feel disgusting. The people that I grew up, you can say my foster family, people I grew up with, right? So I'm in the living room, and the male counterpart is in the kitchen. The female counterpart, she's in the living room too, and then she ends up going to the kitchen. This is where the glitch happened for me. I look over at them because I think they were talking about something, and and from looking at the television, I glanced over and looked at them for a second. They gave off a shadow. It kind of gives me chills just thinking about it now. They gave off a shadow of a silhouette that wasn't human. He had his shadow was like a tall figure with wings and like a tail. Her figure was tall too, but she didn't have wings. She had did she have a tail? No, I don't think she had a tail. But she gave off a tall silhouette, like the shadow. And I was trying to figure out like why would just looking at them, why would their shadow give off that? Right? So another time, um, I think I was like fasting or something, or just meditating. And then I just felt compelled to like um to get up, and I was like chasing things around the house. And literally where I was led to, I was seeing figures in rooms with their, I could see their eyes like shadows. And all I did was blow with my breath and I was killing them. So they seemed like they were demons in the house. But at the time it didn't seem crazy because as I was doing this, the foster the foster parents were following me around. Like, what's wrong with you? What's going on? Are you okay? All right. Um, Another glitch. I forgot. I think I was walking to the garage with the foster parents, right? And then for some reason, the male counterpart, by the time I got to the garage door, he was already, and I literally just walked behind him. He literally was already outside the the house through the garage door. And I said, "How did you get over there so fast?" And the male counterpart laughed, right? So this is when I started to pick up on the teleporting ability. All right. So this is the main glitch that I had during the C-19. Um, the female counterpart's brother came over and he was talking, just about like simple stuff. And he mentioned, he started mentioning stuff about the Bible. And then I started to explain some things to him that I heard about history. And then for some reason he got like super scared and he left the house in like a hurry. Right? And this is he came to visit because this guy, he's married man, grown man. So he left the house in a hurry. But for some reason it felt like I don't know, it was just me being paranoid or what, but it felt like the house itself was being transported into like an alternate dimension. It felt so weird. Usually from the foster parents' house, I would walk up a couple blocks and I would walk to the store. But when I walked outside, it was in the evening time. I walked outside and it was just foggy. It looked like something. It looked like it was so gloomy. It looked like something out of a movie, right? And I was like, man, this feels like. In my immediate thought, I feel like it feels like hell, all right? So I walk to the store. I come back, and I'm in the house, and for some reason, it felt like I was on fire, like I literally was in hell burning. And I was opening up. I tried to open up my window and get some air because it just, for some reason, it just got like very, very hot. And then I barricaded the door to my room because for some reason this was when I was slowly starting to realize that my foster parents were evil, right? And then the mistake I made was telling this crazy people that while I was in Iraq, I seen an archangel. And I told the female counterpart, foster parent, that I seen the Archangel Michael, and he told me that if I have any, if I feel like I'm in danger, I can call on him, right? And I don't know. Ever since I told this female counterpart that, things has been completely different. Um, as far as you could say our relationship, because I didn't know that these, I didn't know. Like I said, they've been on this planet for a long time, man. They've been living on this planet for a long time, right? They've been disguising themselves as different people for a long time. And this is another thing too, another glitch story that I have. I remember, where was I at? I think I was visiting the Dominican Republic at the time, and the female counterpart foster parent called me, right, and FaceTimed me. But the for some reason, when I answered the phone, um, her face didn't seem normal. I thought it was maybe the phone was malfunctioning or something, and it's like her face was glitching, and then it's like it morphed into her face, that what I know her as. And I was like, what the hell is that? Another glitch story. Coming back from the same Dominican Republic now, I feel, and I think was this a night flight? I think it was a night. Um, I don't know how close we was flying to the Bermuda Triangle, but when we were coming back, I think we went through some type of force field, or I don't know, maybe some type of, I don't know what it was. I just felt extreme pain vaulting through my body on the flight, and it was terrible. It felt it literally felt like somebody, like somebody was like, I don't know. It's kind of like it was like an electric, like I was being electrocuted, but it wasn't. I wasn't being electrocuted. Whatever whatever you perceive as what being electrocuted would feel like, that's the pain that I felt. And while I'm going through this, I'm looking around the plane in agony to see if anybody else is going through this. And it appears that I was the only one going through it. There was a an alphabet boy looking agent sitting behind me. So when I came back, when I got home, because I was still on social media at that time, I thought that maybe one of the ABC boy alphabet agent looking persons were hitting me with one of those silent weapons, like you know those weapons they can hit you with, and I thought maybe they were trying to kill me. Right? They was hitting me with one of those silent weapons, and those weapons do exist. All right, but there's weapons where they can literally kill you without making it seem like they killed you. I'm trying to think of some more glitch stories that I have. Um, I've seen a lot of craziness, man. When I was in New York, I was being followed by vampires because I ended up cutting my hand because I was going to get into a knife fight on 241st in the Bronx. And then I cut my hand, I don't know how, with my own razor. And I was bleeding. And I had a water bottle with me. And for some reason, I guess it was this light skinned guy. He kept following me like, as I was walking. And I got kind of paranoid. I was like, well, why are you following me, man? and I took the water. We had to mix of blood in it, right? Because I literally dropped my blood into the water, and I took a gulp of the water and I spit it in his direction, and he just like he bolted off, like, but it wasn't a normal bolt off, like it was like some vanishing type shit. It's like he took a like he it's like he seen me about to spit the water at him, and he like stopped mid, and it's like he cut down the street, or he cut into somebody's yard, but he like disappeared. After I spit the water at him with the blood in it, he disappeared, gone. Another glitch story I have. It was about probably 2, 3 in the morning. I was bored, and this is when I was living by myself on Martin Luther King in Atlanta, and I was walking down toward a train station, and at the bus stop there was this guy. I thought it was a homeless guy, so I walked up. I was walking past him, and it's like he said he mentioned something to me, and I was like, what did you say? And then, but when I looked at him, he looked deformed. He had one eye. It's like he looked weird. He literally looked like a demon. All right, but I just thought it was like a deformed person. But then I thought about it. They said that 3 o'clock in the morning is the thinning of the veil between realities and probably dimensions and stuff like that. So he probably was there because it was 3 o'clock in the morning, right? And that scared me. As soon as I seen his face, I just bolted. I walked off. I started walking. I walked off. I wasn't gonna hold no conversation with him. I was like, not holding no conversation with no demon. Not no odd looking demon anyway. Um, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I think I've seen demons, like as far as like in their human shell form type stuff. I seen a female version of one when I was in the Bronx, and she had to have been about. She looked like she was about. She looked like she was about six. She probably was like 6'3", 6'4", and she was an Hispanic looking woman, thick, like like think of a sexy Latina woman, flat stomach, voluptuous booty, big breasts. She had like a short bob cut. Um, but I knew something was off with her because her eyes and then her teeth. She had like the little her what do they call these? They were hanging a little bit lower than normal. Hey, I have a theory too about the vampire thing. I think vampires right here, whatever this is, when it comes down, inside of that part, there is a hole that is used in the tooth. There's a hole in the tooth and is used as a suction. So when they bite down into the flesh, that where the tooth is, they suck from there. Because it would be kind of hard to bite and be sucking at the same time. But I think the suction comes from the tooth itself. It's a weird biology of vampires, right? But they get the blood by pulling it through a hole in their actual, whatever these are called, right? And it sucks the blood out. Because you kind of think about it. Because if you bite, right? If those are the main two making contact to penetrate the skin, you're not getting blood from anywhere else. Does that make sense? Right? Bite. The suction will be coming from here. That's why a lot of times when you see them stop feeding in movies, they portray in movies, you see the drips coming from here. You see the blood residue coming from where they I can't remember what these things are called. All right, whatever these teeth are called, that's where the blood streaks from there, right? 'Cause I believe that's where the whole of that tooth is, because it's part of your biology, right? Um, Another glitch story I have. I was in Egypt. There was a guy there by the name of Mohammed. Um, I rented an Airbnb. It was a mistake. I wish I never did it. This guy turned out to be like either he was Dracula or he was the devil or he was a demon or something. He wouldn't be sleeping. Every time I'd get up, he'd be awake. Um, I would see him go by my room door, but you wouldn't see him. You would just see a mist go by or like a shadow. So I know that he wasn't human, right? And I only seen him go outside or to the store like once or twice the whole time I was there. So that's what made me feel sketchy about Egypt. And I seen vampires in Egypt too. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I seen vampires in Egypt, right? Um, the next glitch story I have. So I'm in Egypt, all right, and I'm on the laptop with what I think is my son, all right. That's what made me kind of like distance myself from the whole family scenario, because I realized that these entities have powers, right? So I'm talking to who I think is my son through the little FaceTime thing on my laptop. And the internet at this place was sketchy, all right? Because I don't know, for some reason, internationally, the internet sucks. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. Either they were being scammed. I don't know. Internet always sucks when you're overseas. So the Wi-Fi, I'm looking at the Wi-Fi signal on my laptop as I'm talking to him, and it says that I have no connection, but he's still on the screen, and I'm talking to him. I'm looking at it. I was like, maybe it's buffering in and out, but usually, once you lose connection with the call. And I was on my laptop. I wasn't on my phone, because on my phone, your service data would cover for if your Wi-Fi fell off, right? But there would still be some type of buffering or some indication that your Wi-Fi fell off, right? Either it would lag or it would slow or we would just cut off completely. But in this case, my quote unquote son was still on the computer, and I looked at after a while. I looked at the computer. And I was like, listen, how are you still on? How am I still talking to you when my internet is out? And I lied to you not. This person who's, like I said, I don't believe this was my son. All right? He was like, oh, for real? Okay, bye-bye. The mannerisms and the stuff like that, like how my son is, but I know my son. That wasn't my son. You understand? These people can shapeshift. They can look like people. They can look like your grandma, your uncle. All right? I don't know, man. It's just weird. But those are my glitch stories. I get nervous thinking about it now. I got more glitch stories. I just can't think of all of them now. I definitely feel like I'm in some type of either parallel universe or parallel Earth or some pocket dimension or something. Oh yeah, and I gotta say this too, man. Be careful of this guy they call Billy Carson, okay? Be careful of him. My spirit just listening to him speak, in my spirit, it feels like he's either a demon, a fallen angel, or he's a big sellout. All right? It's either he's not human or he's a big sellout and he wants to be part of either the demonic club or a vampire or a demon or whatever they promise to do for him. Give him immortality, I don't know. Right? But his Anunnaki stories, when I listen to them, they don't seem to add up. And he has an unusual amount of information that I don't even hear other people have. And I don't think it's no Freemason stuff. I just think he has unusual amounts of amounts of information that I've never heard before. But even then, the Anunnaki story still doesn't add up. And then, like, I grew up in church, and I keep looking at the internet, and they're like, the Anunnaki. They're trying to put Jesus in the Anunnaki story, or Yahshua, the Messiah, and then the same Billy Carson guy is talking about how Jesus is evil. So apparently there were two Jesuses. All right? Just like there were two Eves. There were two Enochs. Right? There were several Cleopatras. All right? It's funny to me how we could do movies about the ancient history. We can get costume designers to make out their outfits and their clothes, the weapons that they use, their armor, headpieces, their accents, right? The battles, who died in the battle, how the battle was played out, and this is thousands and thousands of years ago, right? But I can't find out the truth about modern day conspiracies. Right? Like, what happened during 911? Right? Who was really responsible for that? It's just mind-boggling. But tell us the truth. There were several Cleopatras. Tell us the truth. I understand. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. Because you guys have to lie. You have to keep the facade going. You have to keep the lie going. Right? You have to keep the lie going. It's all a big scam. It's all a big lie. You got to keep it going. You can't tell people the truth. It'll be the end of civilization. It'd be riots in the streets. It'd be chaos. The government wouldn't be able to. The government wouldn't know how to control the people anymore. I say this to the government people, and I hope the government hears me on this one. Don't come for me neither. Please don't come for me. If you cannot control the people anymore, are you going to press that button and kill all of us? If you can't control us anymore, you might as well kill us. Set off the nuke. Right? Kill all of us. And then create either clones or like robots that you guys can feel like God, and they can get up every morning and walk out their house and say, praise to President such and such, or praise to dictator such and such. Because I'm not going to do that. Get your clones and your robots to praise you guys. Right? Do us a favor, man. Get rid of us. Kill us. Governments all over the world. Because you're killing innocent people now, every day. So get rid of all of us. So that way you can be praised and you can control your robots and your clones. Soulless beings. Kill us. Kill all of us. So that way you can have all the money, all the control, right? Kill all of us, government. US government, Chinese government, Russian government. Kill us. For real. Because I'm not going to worship y'all. I'm not bending no knee. This ain't Game of Thrones. I don't see no dragons outside. Kill us, man. Y'all want to control the world. Kill everybody. And then make a population of clones and robots and make them worship you. So that way you have ultimate control of everybody. You have no conflicts no more. Governments, this is my message to the governments around the world. Kill everybody. And then make robots and then make clones. Okay? US government, y'all are the most, the US government, they are the Tartarians of this matrix. Kill everybody. For real. It would make sense. That way you guys can control everybody. You guys will have no more problems. Kill everybody. For real. You're slowly killing us now. You're poisoning our food. You're poisoning the water. Your police, part of your military force kills us every day. And just to be clear, that this is I hope this is knowledge of a lot of people. This is what I've heard. The different fractions or different factions or different components or branches of the military are owned by different families. They're not meant to protect you or not to protect no nation. They are controlled and owned by powerful ancient families. Depending on what country you're in. Okay? So all around the world, the different militaries are controlled and owned by Pacific ancient bloodlines. Not by you, the people, the public. You understand? Think about it like Game of Thrones. Make it simple for you. In the Red Keep's army, they take orders directly from the throne. They don't take orders from the people. They're not there to protect the people. You understand? All right. Yeah, but to all governments, man, kill people, kill everybody, and then make clones and robots to worship you guys. To worship you mighty Anunnaki, you mighty fallen angels. I have a question though, man. Universal Creator, these fallen angels are workers. They're workers. You created them. Quick example. I own Amazon. I own Amazon, right? This is an example. I own Amazon. If one of my workers is mad at me and says, screw the owner of Amazon, is that any sweat off my brow? No, it's not. You Anunnaki, you fallen angels, you demons, you Nagas, whatever you call yourself, y'all are workers. Y'all are not bosses. Truth, facts, reality, nonfiction. You're nobody's boss.